Welcome students. Today I would like to teach you about using Easybib. Easybib is a citation builder, and you can see from the website it says it generates citations in MLA, APA, and Chicago formats for your bibliography. So you can use this tool to help you create a citation for the source that you're using. Today we are going to use it to help us build a citation for a website in MLA style. So the website that I would like to cite is this website right here. It's the Pew Research Center Hispanic Trends. The Pew Research Center is a really well-respected organization that collects data about the Hispanic population. So you'll see over here there's an article I'm really interested in. It's titled Hispanics to Benefit from Obama's Community College Plan. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this. So if I was writing a paper on higher education for Hispanics, this might be an interesting article with which to cite, and it's coming from a really well-respected institution. So if I use this to write my research paper on higher education for Hispanics, I would then need to cite it in my works cited list. So how do I create that citation? Well, you could do it by hand, but we are going to use Easybib to help us with the citation process to create that citation. So how do we get to Easybib? The best way to get to Easybib is just to go to the library's website, and under the Citations tab over here, you will see a link to Easybib. So you can go ahead and click on Easybib right here. And that will bring you to the Easybib website. Now, the key is to make sure that MLA is selected because we're not creating an APA citation or a Chicago style citation. So go ahead and click MLA, and then just make sure your website tab is highlighted as well. So that's the default for the Easybib website, but you can see you can also cite books with Easybib, newspapers, journals. So there's lots of different types of sources you can cite with this particular tool. So what you can do is go ahead and copy and paste your URL into Easybib. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm just highlighting the URL, and I'm going to copy and paste it into the database and hit cite it. Now it's going to fill in the categories for the citation. So get rid of your ads here. You'll see it filled in the website title, the article title, when it was published, and the date accessed for me. The information that it doesn't have are publisher and author. So we're going to go ahead and hit continue. We want to double check it because these categories are being automatically generated. So there could be some issues with this. So the first thing is content, the source type. So it's content published originally on a website, so that is true for this source. The article title, Hispanics to Benefit from Obama's Community College Plan. So it looks like it pulled the title correctly, so that's good. So you'll notice it didn't fill in the author field, so we want to make sure that we add the authors because we do have some authors here. So my authors' names are Jens, Manuel, Krogstad, and Richard Fry. So I'm going to go ahead and add those to the Easybib website. So we'll go back here. So it was Jens, Manuel, and instead of writing Manuel, I'm just going to put the middle initial, which is M, and then the last name, Krog. Make sure I'm doing this right. Krogstad. You will also notice that I have a second author, which is Richard Fry. So I need to include that as well by saying add another contributor. So I'm going to say Richard Fry, no middle initial. Okay, so the next box that I need to check is the website title. So it's listed as Pew Research Center RSS, and that's actually incorrect. The name for this website is actually Pew Research Center Hispanic Trends, so it imported that incorrectly, so I need to fix that. So Pew Research Center Hispanic Trends. So I went ahead and fixed the website title name. And then I need the publisher or sponsor. So who's publishing or sponsoring this particular website? So usually you can tell who the sponsor is if you scroll all the way down to the bottom of what you're looking at, and usually it will give you information about the sponsor. So in this case, it is being sponsored by the Pew Research Center. So that's what I'm going to be writing in the publisher sponsors box. Okay, here you want to include your URL, which was already stated. Then I want to include the date it was electronically published. So it's listed here as January 20th, 2015. Let's go ahead and double check that. And in fact, it was published January 20th, 2015, so that is accurate. And then the date that we accessed it, which is today, February 16th, 2015. So that is completely accurate right there as well. So it looks like all of our boxes are filled in. So at this point, we can just say create citation. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And then it will create the citation for me. So here is my citation right here. So I can actually copy and paste that and put it into Microsoft Office if I would like. I can edit it if it looked like there was some issues where, maybe I didn't include something properly or I misspelled something, but this is looking pretty good to me. It also gives me an option for downloading by hitting on the export box. So if I hit export, I can say print as a Word document. And this is what I would recommend for you guys to do. So go ahead and click on that. And then you can say download for MS Word, and it will go ahead and import it into your Word document for you. So I'm going to go ahead and hit open. And that's nice because it will, if you have multiple citations, it will put it in alphabetical order for you. If it will also create that hanging indent, and it will title it, works cited, and center it. So this is a really awesome tool to use when you are creating citations, especially for websites, because you saw with our other library databases that most of those will create a citation for you, but websites you're going to have to create yourself every time. So this is a really cool tool to help you do that. It is important, though, that you do know how to create this citation by hand so that you can identify any issues that may crop up when the citations are being generated for you. Because if you inputted something in incorrectly, it will come out incorrectly. So you have to be able to identify problems with it. But otherwise, this is a really fantastic tool to use. And you may use this when you are doing research in ESL 400. The essay number 2, you're going to have to find websites for. So you can use this tool to help you create this citation for the websites that you find to support your essay number 2. So if you have any questions, you can always ask a librarian at the reference desk, or you can email me directly. Thank you, students.